What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey. This your other host, Chris. And like I said, hey, we on Get a Bucket. And as you can see, we got a couple boys on the screen. Let's go right to left, right? We're going to start off with Nick and then Sharper. Nick, how's everything with you, man?
Going great. Finally ready to get this show on the road. Happy to be back.
Facts. And I'm glad you're back, my boy. Nick is our statistician. So, you know what I'm saying? And then our talker, one of a couple. Also one of the tardy boys, you know what I'm saying? Give it up for Sharp. Hey. How everything doing with you, my guy?
Just chilling. Show on the road. Get started.
I feel that. Chris, you good?
That's right.
I was about to say he shook his head no for a second, so I thought maybe he wanted to have like a look.
That's right.
I was like,
we
need that, yeah.
Now let's rap. Hurt his feelings.
All right, so look, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of sports to talk about, right? But fellas, I gotta ask you this one question before we start, because I always be saying it's your favorite show. But what makes a show your favorite show? Like what's one thing? Like what Sharper, we'll start with you.
I would say the chemistry and flow of the show.
Okay, chemistry and flow of the show, Nick.
Understanding of the source material.
All right, cool. So now let's make sure you don't sound too ignorant. But at the same time, hey, we in a world where ignorance is thriving. Shout out to the Real Housewives of wherever. No shade though, but that.
And Antonio Brown. My apologies to Caitlin Clark. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, AB a little ignorant. Okay, Chris, how about yourself?
Just go with vibes.
Okay. All right, cool. I was also told consistency as well. You know what I'm saying? Which is why y'all can definitely catch us on Fridays at 5, live at 5. You know what I'm saying? But fellas, something that's been a little bit more consistent, right? Probably something that's creeping up now on the favorite aspect, right? I just want to get that plug in there to show y'all the normalcy, but also what they're looking for in shows, we got up here. And we're going to show y'all that. For example, WNBA draft just took place. If you got one, just state it. If not, that's cool. We can smooth past it. Do you have a big loser from the WNBA draft, Nick?
I don't think anybody did that poorly in the draft, honestly. I think everybody did, every team did pretty well.
All right, cool. Okay. All right. Sharper? Same way.
I feel like every team got what they were looking for, what they needed.
Okay. If I had to say one, I did say this earlier. I'm just saying, because we kind of agree. We agree on this. The Dallas Wings, right? They first pick. It would have been nice to get Angel Reese. Y'all feel like they missed out?
Well, I'm a Chicago fan, so no. I thought their pick was great. So.
Biasly, no, they did perfect. All right, cool. Would that have worked, or you think they should have still tried to focus on shooting?
I think they should have focused on shooting.
Okay, all right, that's cool. I mean,
and if I remember, didn't they take a certain young lady from a certain university?
Yeah, but let me ask you this: did you watch her?
I did watch her.
Okay, so would you classify her as a solid shooter? Like you think?
I mean, she's
not a knockdown shooter. She's not no sniper.
She's a rhythm shooter. She's not a Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I don't need Kate. Okay,
because she's a rhythm shooter.
I think that's what the Wings would need. So what I'm hearing, because I saw her highlights, you know what I'm saying? I didn't follow her too much. I just saw she was a scrappy guard defensively, a little quick, but I had question marks on the defensive end, and offensive a little bit in the WNBA. But I understand where the Wings were going with this move. So
I think she could possibly be a 4-man or woman, 4-person Sabrina.
That's a very interesting take.
I'm not saying coming out the gate. I'm not saying coming out the gate.
That's
how poor are we talking?
Dirt.
Cardboard box.
Like what? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's levels to it. But all right, cool. Tell you what, I'm gonna jot that down. You said OSU. All right, cool. Versus Sabrina,
and it's not
man.
being biased.
That's gonna be a would you rather for you, right?
Wait.
Although it's the easy one, I think, but we can make it a
Here's the
little
thing,
ratchet.
here's the
We
thing.
got you, Sharper.
Go back and watch her against Caitlin when Iowa came to Ohio State and they were going back and forth. Not in the Big Ten tournament. We lost, but when they played against each other, when Iowa came to Columbus and they played at Value City Arena, watch that game.
All right. So Iowa.
That was the game OSU won.
Yep.
So why shouldn't I watch the other game?
No, I'm just saying. No.
No, I'm saying what about the other game?
No, I like it. No. Our big girls fouled. We had some foul trouble.
All right.
Okay.
So just
I
No,
haven't
no,
watched that game, so I didn't
that's
know.
the thing.
I'm
No,
gonna
that was a great
just to clarify. So y'all say nobody really lost. I tried to throw the wings in there. I shouldn't have said the wings because I forgot they drafted an OSU girl. So that's on me. Is there a biggest winner for y'all? Like Nick,
I
was out.
yeah. Let's go ahead, Nick.
Listen, as a guy who likes a really good front court, us picking up two really good front court players.
Right.
Listen, both football and basketball, it's one down low in the trenches with the big hog mollies. You get good rim protection, everything else follows. You get good rebounding, you get stops, you get second chance opportunities, you win a whole lot more. And, I feel like now both Chicago basketball teams have sort of like an Andre Drummond type, where, good rebounder, good defender. Skills still needs to be there. The finishing ability, the shooting, isn't there for Angel Reese right now. But, I don't think they're going to ask for her to be that. That's why we drafted her,
I think you guys did well, but I've already given my spiel on the last episode, which if y'all want to check out what Chris and I said, by all means, go ahead. If y'all wondering why we ain't giving too much more, it's because we already said it. Don't want to beat the dead horse. Sharper, now, give you a couple options, right? We gave options on the show. Is it if you gonna say the Chicago Sky, right? Give me something else that Nick ain't say. If you can't come up with anything else, then that's cool. If your team is different, flow is yours.
No, I think Nick has a very valid point with the Chicago Sky.
But is that yours though?
No, I was gonna go actually with the Chicago
Okay,
Sky.
okay.
Because also with Angel Reese, I think she said that they have been battling each other since high school.
Yes,
And in college.
And now
So they're used to each other's game, and you have two pivotal foundational pieces right there to build with. Like boom, boom, in the same draft.
Yeah.
I can't want anything more.
I posted on my IG page, which mind you, I fell off of it a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you, but I came back because the WNBA season is back. Right, that's my wavelength. Practice makes perfect. So how they're going to battle, like we've seen how the practices are going to go. So I do think the Chicago Sky are looking kind of nice, and I'm surprised because they got Diamond DeShields back. They have Marina Mayberry. Like, you guys are looking pretty interesting. And hopefully Isabel Harrison can actually stay healthy. Because, I've talked about her a couple times, and it's just been unfortunate.
Chicago basketball and bad health, name a better combination.
That's tough. I mean, y'all did produce, like, 2-3 peats. So, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to give you some help.
Can we throw the Mystics
yeah, but I
in
was
with that?
When Jordan retired, I was 2. So.
That's fair. I'm just saying Chicago basketball. But all right, so nobody mentioned the Indiana Fever as the biggest winners because again, they did get Caitlin Clark.
Well, I mean,
I'm just okay. You
Hold on.
can because nobody. You could have.
I would Karl Malone layup on that. I was like, oh.
No, because here's the thing. You could have mentioned from a financial standpoint. Damn the game. Like you get. She could be trash, bro, but you about to get season ticket holders just because of Caitlin Clark. You about to get a lot of recognition, and you still have Aaliyah Boston. So someone who can space the floor out, it at least provides, and she can pass the ball. So,
inside outside game might be crazy.
It might, and especially if Melissa Smith continues her play and wins Most Improved Player, like I think she can, and hopefully will. Fingers crossed. Although I did say Leah Boston on the show, which Chris and I did agree, but Melissa Smith is my dark horse. They might be all right. Still a little season away from really making some real noise. Maybe two. But I do like the Indiana Fever. But ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna do is take a quick little hiatus, pay some bills. When we come back, we'll see what the boys got to talk about real fast though. The bulk of the episode is gonna be about the WNBA for real. So when we come back, y'all know what we talking about. All right, y'all good though? All right, we'll be right back.
The I'm Perfectly Made Foundation believes that routine screenings can save lives and that access to these services should not be a barrier. Our mission is to promote eye health education, free eye exams, free eye screenings, and free glasses to our communities with the focus of highlighting early detection. The I'm Perfectly Made Foundation also gives individuals with low vision and blindness the opportunities to be a part of certain community events regardless of visual impairments.
So with that, I gotta ask y'all, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I'm glad you said something about Chicago Sky. What's their impact gonna be in the WNBA? And what do y'all think the impact was in college? Because I'm asking because I think the college might be a little greater than WNBA, but maybe y'all might think they're gonna hit that same plateau. Sharper, let's start with you for Caitlin and Angel.
I think for them both being young ladies coming into the league that have already had success in college, and when we say success, they actually got a ring. They will forever be linked to their certain university, the history of we brought a championship to our university. When it comes to pro sports, whether it be the men's or the women's game, players come and go, trades, free agency, and if you don't win, you're still a solid player. Like you'll be remembered, but you won't be remembered like how you were in college, because college programs, college arenas are packed usually to the brim, and the term fan fanatic I think applies more to college sports. You being a Dookie, what are your fans called? The Cameron Crazies. Like people will sleep out in tents to get tickets, and I just feel like in college the impact is a whole lot bigger. And it's not, when I mean that in both men and women's sports. I don't want to downplay the WNBA, but I'm just saying they will like. I won't be surprised if they make a statue of Caitlin Clark in Iowa.
Well,
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised.
So him and I said that the statue will come. I said 2 to 3 seasons. He said 3 seasons. Don't you dare lie again. But okay, so I it's interesting. I'm gonna hold that. No, because I do want to comment back because you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think there are people in the world who say they prefer seeing the college game over professionals, whether that's NBA or WNBA, because it's more competition, right? You're more invested with your team. Like it's kind of like when I went to the George Mason game. We went to the George Mason game. I won't really invested in Mason's roster. Couldn't tell you not a single player before I went to today's game or this year. But I got invested just because I went. So if I went to the Lakers game, I'm gonna be invested because I'm more of an analyst.
But also, real quick, when you're in college, right? Though they are student athletes, students first, so you're gonna see these people in and around campus, in the library, maybe in the food hall, mess hall, whatever have you. And you might have classes, so it's more of a personal.
It's
connection.
more intimate. Yep, and I get that. I get that too. Do you? And I'm assuming. So you're saying that's for both Caitlin and Angel. You feel like their college impact is going to be more important, or it's going to be bigger than the WNBA's?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you also agree with that statement?
Yeah, I would even go even farther to say that I don't think, or I think there's never been two players that I, in my lifetime at least, in my experience, that have brought more attention to women's sports than Angel and Caitlin.
Okay.
I, for one, for example, like I've never seen this many people talk about women's sports, really any women's sport, like this before Angel and Caitlin Clark started their careers and had that rivalry.
Mhm.
And I would even personally I didn't watch as much women's basketball until this became sort of national news, and then I started to get more into it.
Yeah.
So I think their impact, I think it's still yet to be known the magnitude of their impact. But I'm not going to put quite on the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson scale, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's something similar, at least in shape.
Okay. So you think because now Larry so bringing up Larry and Magic, right? That's college and and NBA. So I was gonna say I think it's gonna actually impact WNBA a little bit. I believe in both of these girls. Now to get to that Larry Magic status, that's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna hold you, but I think the impact you're drawing more attention. You do want to see this rivalry form up in the WNBA. It's going to put more eyes on them, but I hesitate to say college. They're going to be more impactful than the WNBA's, but I do understand where you're going with that, Chris. We didn't actually ask this on the latest episode. So what's your stance on this, bro? Like, do you think the college or WNBA?
A couple things. One, piggyback on what both of y'all said. Indiana and Chicago is not that far from at one another. So compared to like the Magic and the Late Bird rivalry, it was East Coast versus West Coast, flat out. With this one, the possibility is like a 4.5 hour max in between both cities. So it's going to be a rivalry that we've never seen before in the league, point blank period. But on their college levels, oh yeah, we ain't going to see that ever again. I'm not going to cap on that. Like for what Caitlin did to a football college to make it into a decent but good women's basketball program, and for what Angel did to brought LSU back to the promised land, you just not going to see that from two athletes like that in college ever again.
Okay. All right. So look, fellas, we've talked a lot about their impact. We talked on the last episode about the awards for the upcoming WNBA season, and we got to Rookie of the Year. Now, Caitlin Clark might be the favorite. But this brother here specifically said, I mean, I'll let you say,
I say Angel Reese.
Rookie of the Year.
I don't think she even be the Rookie of the Year for the Sky.
Oh, that's over Cardozo. Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Over Cardozo?
No, I'm saying Cardozo will be like the Rookie of the Year for the Sky. I don't think Angel Reese is going to be the best rookie on the team.
Okay. So that could be a poll right there. All right, cool. Cardozo or Angel, who you got as the better Sky rookie? Who do you give Angel any love for the Rookie of the Year race? Because I did say Caitlin does have the ball in her hands, but Angel could have opportunity.
I would say Caitlin. She's gonna have the ball. Like we said, when her and Miss Boston inside-outside game. If Boston gets double teamed, she's gonna kick it back out. Caitlin gonna knock it down. It'll be inside out. So it's gonna be pick your poison.
So what I'm hearing is 3 Caitlins and 1 Angel. Okay,
That's
fine. That's cool. So Angel, for starters, don't be mad at us if we pick Caitlin. It's just it's structured. Yeah, like it is what it is. But I mean, when you do, if you do decide to win, just make sure you give us a shout out because we definitely helped her out. Put a little chip on the shoulder.
I would be mad if
Get a bucket. That's what we do. We provide motivation for y'all. We provide motivation.
Like I said, everybody said like is Caitlin going to win the Rookie of the Year? Absolutely yes. But if it's a wild card, just a wild card, just show her love. That's
Show
it.
her love.
That's it.
So you're saying if Caitlin Clark disappoints in her rookie year, you might be seeing her as like
Absolutely.
second.
Okay.
The one problem I have with that is that scoring wins these awards.
Oh, absolutely.
And Cardoso is going to be the one getting off the touches between the two rookies. So I mean, unless she has a season, unless Angel Reese has a season out of like prime Andre Drummond, like
Okay. Well, we'll tell you what, we're gonna have to check and see. We're gonna have to check and see. Because I was gonna ask, does Cameron Brink get any love? You know, number twos have never won a Rookie of the Year award in the WNBA's history. So, you know, I was gonna ask that, but it sounds like it's a tall task because Caitlin Clark got it.
If she comes out balling like,
hold on, because he said she got a good chance. You know, we drafted her, my Sparks.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. All right, so look,
she comes out shooting like her god brother. Yeah.
All right, well that's yet to be seen. We'll talk about it another time. Shout out Steph. Shout out Steph. But ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna do is take a quick little hiatus, pay some bills. When we come back, we'll see what the boys got to talk about real fast though. The bulk of the episode is gonna be about the WNBA for real. So when we come back, y'all know what we talking about. All right, y'all good though? All right, we'll be right back.
Hooping is an activity that can be enjoyed by all. It's a team game about getting and stopping buckets. Everyone's always rushing to the gold. Well, make sure to rush and watch Team Gold Rush, one of the best teams in the Special Olympics of Virginia. Team Gold Rush even has former NBA All-Star participants on the team. Clearly, they've struck gold. Ready to suit up and practice? I know. We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. Practice still makes perfect. So when the opponent starts hitting their shots, Team Gold Rush can bounce back due to their training. Remember, offense sells tickets and defense wins championships. Watch us get a bucket and rush for the gold. We aim to be that gold standard. So want a team where you can win and have fun? Team Gold Rush is your number one.
Here's what we gotta talk about, fellas. So we got 3 quick points, right? We gotta talk about the WNBA season predictions. We already gave ours. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we're not gonna talk too much. Go Sparks. They're not going anywhere, but go Sparks. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
No, it's my team. I'm recognizing it. We got 2 top whatever. Listen, are the Aces 3-peat, fellas? Right to it.
So that I was wondering from you, because you were much more knowledgeable about the WNBA than you are. Like going back and looking at what happened during that final series, Asia Wilson was annihilating that team. They had no traditional center to guard Asia Wilson.
Jonquil might be listening.
Jonquil was the closest thing that they had, but she didn't have the best series.
6'6" is not traditional. That's tough.
And
not Philly though.
Do you think they should have gone out in that draft and if there was a loser, do you think it was the Liberty for not going out and getting some traditional big?
I think they have the traditional big. My fear was having Vandersloot and Sabrina. Neither's known as a defender. It's kind of like the Lakers right now. We got D'Lo and Austin. They cool. Neither's really a defender.
Right.
So that kind of limits you on some things. And going up against a team like the Aces, where everyone in their mama was offensive and defensively potent.
Right.
That is going to be tough. So I think that was more so the issue. That they might be. I ain't gonna lie. That's. But all right. So just to be clear, then. So you said Aces 3-peat.
I would say the Aces beat the Liberty again. Yeah.
Because Asia was annihilating Stewie and them.
Yeah.
All right.
They need Jones to get back to that MVP form.
I agree. I've been saying that for the last two years, man. Sharp, you putting your hard-earned money on the Aces 3-peat? Ain't been done in a while.
I'm putting my Queen of Hearts on the Aces.
Oh, I never told you what happened earlier.
I was waiting on that story.
Yeah. So
here we go.
So real quick, because the story's got to get. So I'll summarize. So long story short, because it happened with Alicia Clark, and he peeps Alicia Clark wearing in Navy Yard while it's dark outside, wearing a mask, right? And he was like, "Oh, she smelled like potpourri and all this other stuff." So that's the that's
First
the
of all,
that's
she
the issue.
walked
That's
past
the
me.
issue
She
with it.
walked
But
past
she's
me.
on the Aces, so he's a little biased
So
with
when
that.
she
He
was
feels
with the
like she
Mystics,
might see it and might say, "Oh, Sharper, I appreciate you."
she walked past me, and I said, "Hey, love what you do, go Mystics." She's like, "Hey, thank you for the support." She did smell like potpourri.
She had a mask on again. But all right, so you say Aces.
Calling us as
So you say Aces 3P because your boo thing is on the Aces. Okay.
You
Or
did
your
say he
boo
was a
thing.
talker. You know, I guess the thoughts kind of leak out sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all said. So I got two Aces right here, right? Can the Liberty redeem themselves? You mentioned John Quill. So that's your reason, I'm assuming, for if they can, because the traditional big, you feel like that would make them unstoppable, at least against the Aces, or at least more formidable. Can they, in your eyes, the Liberty meaning, redeem themselves, win the championship? You said Aces earlier.
I think they'll make a push.
To
all of Nick's points, I think the Aces.
It's too much.
They need a solid. They need a center to help out defense.
Now, if they trade for
y'all do know John Quill might be listening, right? She might be listening, bro. Like that's why.
Well, she's
John Quill. I guess
there's one thing for her to do to get me shut up.
We're not saying
awkward.
she can't.
That's awkward.
Y'all
saying she just. So you saying she got the talent, she's just not doing it. You saying she okay? That could be worse.
Listen, all you got to do is just stop Asia Wilson from averaging 15 rebounds a game. Just like, come on.
I mean, I would say Asia was in more shape though, so that might be. If we're gonna
also,
see what happens.
Asia, shout out to all the AKs.
Hey, all right. So next thing,
It's looking like the Rockets versus Spurs in '94.
My mama's an AK, so I gotta look out.
So we talked about the finals, in common. Is there a bigger threat to the Aces than the Liberty? I mean,
Are you ready for a wild take?
It's not a wild take, brother. There's a couple teams.
Oh no! It's gonna be a wild take. I'm just gonna go out and say it right now.
I'm gonna say this right now. If you say the Mystics, I'm slapping you and having you get off the show. That's
Atlanta Deladon's my.
No, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be the Mystics. It's gonna be the Indiana Fever.
Okay.
You better pray he remembers too. Like,
he's trying to go for clicks. That's all.
No.
You on that new media wave right now. That's what that is. Caitlin, he trying to get some free shoes. That's what that is.
You gotta get off the AB Twitter feed, dog.
Indiana.
That's wild. Okay, so you say Indiana.
I think the Indiana Fever will get the New York Liberty issue.
It is all right. So
stamp it. May 19th.
Wow.
April.
Wow. Put the drink down, son. Put the drink down.
April 19th. Hold on.
I was like, hold on. What? I'm like, what is May 19th got to do with anything that's going on?
I've never seen somebody so quickly undermine their own ethos.
Sorry, my bad.
All right. So
he said the Fever.
So you're saying Indiana, but you might have some. That might be inebriation going on.
No, it's
Nick. You have a bigger threat outside of the Liberty to the Aces. That's fair.
Do injuries count? Because I don't really think outside of injuries there's anybody that's.
So I mean, they did get injured last season. To be fair, and they still won it.
Yeah.
So you think so? Nothing gonna stop. Okay. So according to Nick, just put your money down.
Unless Cardoso and Angel Reese.
We're not gonna do this bias BS, bro. I ain't even throwing my.
Unless Elena Deladon turns prime Dirk Nowitzki, it's not gonna happen.
EDD gone. Yeah, she not playing this season.
Oh, is she not?
Yeah. I thought that also. I
forgot about that.
I thought he was throwing a jab. That's crazy. Let me ask you
That's
this.
why I
Come
said
back
that
and
about
become
the
prime
Nets.
Nets.
Let me ask y'all this. What about the Storm? Because they got Skylar Diggins Smith, you got Jewel Lloyd, you got Nneka Ogwumike, and then you got Ezzy Magdalore. And then potentially coming off the bench, you got a young stud in Jordan Horston, who they just drafted last season, who was giving you double quality potential.
Yeah. They might give them a really tough sweep.
That's so disrespectful. A really tough sweep, bro. All right. So the Storm can't get. How about you? How about you? Like, no, because again, Skylar's solid, and you talking about like going down the breakdown, right? You got Skylar versus Kelsey Plum. Essentially, you can lean Skylar, and then you got Chelsea Gray versus Jewel Lloyd. That's a discussion. Then we got Jackie Young versus, and let's say for Jordan Horston, right? All right, so we go Jackie on that one. But again, Jordan, she'll fight. Asia Wilson versus Nneka. I think Nneka is somebody. Hey, yo, get the. I almost said so many.
Barbecue chicken.
Hey, that is disrespectful. Nneka's about to handle that tail. What? What, boy? You go.
The fried dive laid to the side.
Man, you
Well,
wild.
how much were those wings worth?
And then let's close up shop with Candace Parker versus Ezzy Magdalore. I think Ezzy actually can give Candace a solid little battle. I'm just saying, fellas, that's the Storm.
That's 50-cent wings right there.
We did just say the Candace is towards the twilight.
So you can get a. I'm just saying, there's a world for that. Now, y'all don't seem too optimistic about them, though. So how about these Mercury? We already talked about this if y'all wonder why he's silent. Looking like he lost his puppy. Smile more times, dadgummit. But how about the Mercury?
Since y'all did steal one of the
Tasha Black. Get her first chip. Second, mama.
And in my opinion, she was the heart and soul. She's bringing that energy from Washington to Phoenix. She's gonna be playing with a chip on her shoulder.
So you got her. You got DT. You got Kalia Copper. You have who else I got? Oh, Michaela Anuare, who I loved her development last season.
And BG.
And then you got BG. Brittany Griner, who arguably is the most physically dominant player in the game. I understand you say Asia Wilson, who was doing her thing, but it's levels, and that's a traditional center for your standards. 6'9". Actually, I don't even know if you call that traditional because ain't nobody been 6'9" like that. So that's unique. That's abnormal.
Yeah, I think she's
So
third tallest player.
And it's funny. It's funny you mentioned DT because I feel like DT is going to come out with a chip on, even though she's a winner in college and the pros, she's going to come out with a chip on her shoulder because of the backlash that she received being viewed as a hater towards Caitlin Clark because she came out and said that it's not going to be easy when you get to the pros.
Well,
a lot of people are saying,
but she also
DT is sounding
a little
haterish.
But like, yeah, and that's tough too. That's tough too because I heard some of that, and there could be some truth. But I also think too she was trying to, for example, respect her. Like she was trying to go after her, rock with her girls.
Oh yeah,
because she was asking like, "Yo, who would you take, Caitlin or Paige?" She's like, "I'm Paige all day, any day." UConn. I said Paige, and I said before the injuries, Caitlin Clark was the Steph Curry of college, but I'm still rocking with Paige. I'm a hater too. Like, no, I have a preference. So yeah, it's tough, but it did sound like you have a little bit of optimism, a little bit more optimism for the Mercury than the Storm, and you love centers for some reason. So okay.
What do you mean for some reason?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like,
look at me.
Look at me. It's crazy. Okay. All right. So we just did the breakdown for them. But ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna do is take a quick little hiatus, pay some bills. And when we come back, we'll see what the boys got to talk about real fast. Though the bulk of the episode is gonna be about the WNBA for real. So when we come back, y'all know what we talking about. All right, y'all good though? All right, we'll be right back.
Swanky's Construction serves as a general contractor in the metropolitan DC area. We're a team of certified professionals who tackle everything from complex large projects to smaller scale jobs. Fueled by our commitment to excellence, we go the extra mile to make sure clients are completely satisfied with our work. Swanky's Construction takes pride in ensuring our clients' home improvement needs are met with efficiency, precision, and perfection. Call us today. You're only seconds away from a consultation or in-person walkthrough.
Chris, you've been a little quiet over there. You got anything for us?
Let's do back.
I ain't like that one. You can give me a little bit more energy.
Let's just do.
Come on, now, bro. Come on now. We out the warm out tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
Now, unless y'all want another wild take.
No.
You know,
because next thing you know, somebody else will be smell like both. So
Go ahead, Chris.
Would you rather to have a better freshman year? Caleb Williams or Caitlin Clark? Two number one overall picks. One is going to Chicago. The other one is going to Indiana.
So who had the better
Freshman career.
freshman season?
Yeah,
Yeah. I got it. All right, that's tough. I think Caleb didn't play his whole season. So off that, do y'all knock him for that, or do you look at it because the reason why he didn't play was because he's playing behind a Heisman candidate? Do you give him praise or do you knock him?
I give him praise.
Okay, how about?
I mean, it's tough to I certainly don't hold it totally against him, but it's tough to sort of give. It's tough to hold those two seasons as equals when one started off as the star of their team and the other one was the starter of their position.
Yeah, and that's
and
why
both are incredibly talented, and I don't want to disrespect Caleb.
that's why I was asking. Like that, like it's a tough one. I think if you look statistically, it goes Caitlin. But if you think about it, like he said, Caleb had to battle out against a Heisman candidate, perceived coming into the season. Now, what it turned out to be, that it might not have been, but perception, expectations, he had to battle out a Heisman candidate. Caitlin had the keys to the ending. So, I don't know, bro.
It's like running a race, right? Where one dude starts off like 10 meters ahead, and only loses, and they only win by 5 meters.
Yeah.
Like,
so as somebody who almost got Caleb Williams, like, would you put him higher than Caitlin Clark? Because I think everybody else might say, or a lot of people might say Caitlin in this manner, but would you put Caleb higher than Caitlin? Solely off freshman year, college.
No.
So it goes Caitlin. That's tough.
You had a thing on that one.
Because that's tough, bro.
I will tell you, like, I did look this up. Caleb Williams had about 1,900 yards. I think it was like 24 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Yeah, he was swinging that daggone football over there at Oklahoma. And then the following season, when he went to my boys USC, shout out, he did win that Heisman year. Now we didn't really, we won a bowl game next season. Don't ask me, but he did follow it up. Like, all right, he showed Heisman potential, and then won it that following season. So if I'm thinking about that, factoring in what he had to go through. It's so tough to say Caleb over Caitlin. I ain't gonna lie to you, but there is a world where I can see Caleb winning, being perceived as having the better freshman year.
Oh, we're speaking freshman. Also learning a new system. Coming from high
Well,
school
I mean,
to college.
I mean,
I
so
know
is
it's for
Caleb.
everything, yeah.
Yeah, so was
But
Caleb.
also
So was
sitting
Caleb.
up, but sitting, you sit behind the Heisman.
And no one talks about this, but back then, Paige was actually perceived better than Caitlin. I don't know who was perceived better than Caleb going into that sophomore year. So when we look at it from that vantage point,
time,
yeah, who was like when you look at his freshman class, because Paige was freshman class with Caitlin, and I'm saying Paige was higher than Caitlin. So when I'm looking at it from that standpoint, I can put Caleb higher than Paige. I mean than Caitlin. Like
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, so Caleb Williams is actually the 8th quarterback in the 2021 class.
Who was the first? Out of curiosity.
Quinn Ewers, Mr. Mullet himself.
And what
Texas.
School, what school did he go to first?
I'm just saying after the freshman year. After his freshman year, if you look at their class, I don't know if there's anybody on that list that you think is higher than Caleb Williams. Because Caleb Williams was getting Heisman considerations or was being perceived as the Heisman favorite or one of them for the following season. So from that way, I can lean Caleb, but I think a lot of people are going to say Caitlin. And again, it's hard for me to put Caleb over Caitlin unless I look at it from that way. So I mean, that is an interesting one way to combine WNBA women college basketball and NFL. Way to go, way to go. But ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna do is take a quick little hiatus, pay some bills. When we come back, we'll see what the boys got to talk about real fast though. The bulk of the episode is gonna be about the WNBA for real. So when we come back, y'all know what we talking about. All right, y'all good though? All right, we'll be right back.
Sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. Whether with coworkers, friends, family, we all love the entertainment. Well, here on Get a Bucket, my goal is to talk about sports and its cultural impact. The WNBA, for example. The WNBA is loads of entertainment, from the new rookies battling, displaying their skill sets, and preparing to take the league by storm, to the titans and the MVPs of the league clashing for battles we'll always remember. From imagining the soon-to-be possibilities to admiring and treasuring the finales. Get a Bucket is a platform where other sports analysts, hoopers, coaches, and fans of the show come and talk about the WNBA, both negatives and positives. So if you haven't, take a quick peek. At the very least, you'll have a good time. Remember, sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. So please, tune in and stay connected.
You got another one or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
We'll make this the last one, and after that, we'll take a quick little. Yeah.
Think real hard. Would you rather play in college basketball national championship, or would you play NBA finals?
Just to be
Matter of
clear,
fact-
series or just like one game?
Game 7.
Ooh, and the finals game 7.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Because it's one game.
Like Luther Vandross said, one shining moment.
That's interesting because I was about to say you could go college for the intimate route, but you could also say the same thing about the professional game too. Like as a Laker fan, if I won a game 7 as a Laker, oh that's tough. But if I won a championship as a Duke Blue Devil, that's tough too. So I mean,
Got to think about the reverse too, though. Like, what if you lose, or what if you don't have a great game? If you lose Game 7 of the finals, you don't have a great game.
I mean, but
what you did before that doesn't really matter as much. But that's why I would say championship game, because if you get to the championship game, 99.999% of programs, you're a legend regardless. Like, because you've gotten farther than just about everybody who's ever played for that program. But if you like f up in the finals,
I don't know because I'll say this using UNC as a reference, not to use a dig, but like I will overlook Marcus Page for whatever reason. Like y'all came close. Like I don't know, bro. Like I think
I just think the legend status is confirmed no matter what happens in the national championship game. It's just a matter of degrees. Whereas, like, you're beloved at that university. You might not be beloved by the fans though if you underperform in a,
But it's
in
the
a big
NBA.
game.
But
That's
it's a
tough.
game 7 in the NBA Finals. Everybody is going to be watching. You're going to have stars at the game. Just like you said, Nick, like one bad game can either hinder you or it can propel you. Same thing like March Madness. National championship game. One good game, you can be a legend, and one shitty game, you can get booed out of your whole entire state. So, like, I would truthfully say a game 7 because you you couldn't even think or speak that whole night.
Either one is tough, bro. Sharper, you gotta answer. You've been quiet. I peeped that you've been drinking a little more than us, so my bad.
Oh no, I would say college because what was that game that involved UNC a couple
The
years
one I was
ago?
talking about.
Yeah,
Old
when
Marcus
the buzzer,
Page.
the buzzer beater.
He made the shot right before it,
Yeah.
and he's a UNC fan, so that's
One of the
So,
most
I-
popular
I-
shots.
yeah. That's why I say it wasn't a dig.
I'm not trying to make,
Yeah.
I just remember.
But like you remember the
But
shot.
I remember. But also I remember the NBA TNT outside of Shaq when it was Clark Kellogg, Charles, Kenny,
And EJ.
and EJ, and Kenny was up there watching, and he sees the buzzer beater, and Charles gets up and just starts dancing around in the circle. But like those moments, or you look at when Gordon Hayward played, and I forgot who they played.
Dude,
yeah, and
baby.
he missed that shot. That half, like he almost made it.
Like that much.
Like
He was 3
imagine,
inches off or 3 centimeters
imagine
off or
if
something
he
like that.
made that. Imagine if he makes it.
I would have been crying.
They
Like,
probably would have
what-
had a statue of him.
That's
They
the
would have just had him going.
greatest shot.
Like
yeah,
that.
easy.
Yeah.
That's the greatest shot happened. Like that drops.
But they lost. But does Gordon Hayward ever pay for a drink over in like?
No.
In that
But also,
And Butler?
but
No.
also, hold up. Think about this though. That infamous going back to Duke. That infamous. It wasn't a game 7, but just moments in college in the tournament. That inbounds pass from Grant Hill to Christian Laettner, and you see y'all going like he can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
I would say college. This is just me personally.
No.
Because those plays, whether it be in the tournament or in the championship game, they will be forever solidified. Just you know what I'm saying. Part of the game.
And going to your point, right? Because I hear you. Like he lost. Does Allen Iverson ever have to pay a drink or ask for a drink if he goes to Philly?
Well,
he ain't win anything.
Well, he
He
was
got to the finals, got close.
Yeah, but he was a super duper star as well. But I'm saying even a player who like might not ever have that sort of be that icon. Like if you're a role player on a championship team, or a role player, like I don't know. I just feel like it's much easier to become sort of beloved.
How often though are people remembering these role players? Because like you remember, like so going to using Duke as an example, I would probably recognize Nolan Smith, Kyle Singler, maybe not Kyle, but he definitely did. No, he looked different. But like I would recognize them before maybe some of the bench players. Like I might, but then because I also saw them for a while too, like it. Like I would recognize them, and
Let
then
me
the
ask
same
you
for
this,
the NBA
right?
as well.
Like-
so
Like Sheldon Williams walks into your bar, and Devin George walks into a bar on a different day. You're probably more likely to give Sheldon Williams a free drink than Devin George.
I'm gonna give both.
I mean, probably both.
I'm gonna give both.
Mostly because I think Devin George will get mad
But
at you.
I do understand why you say it too, because Sheldon Williams, like he's more he had a more decorated college career than Devin George had an NBA career.
Right.
So, and that's why I say it's so tough because the outcome is the same. Like if you said a series, not a game 7, that would have made this so much easier. And now I get one more games to play.
I put it this
So I
way,
would
like
say
people
NBA,
are more
but,
grateful to like college players, to the college icons than to the players on the NBA.
I don't know.
It's like, what have you done for me lately with NBA
That's
players?
tough because we talk about, you say college icons versus NBA icons. When I think NBA icons, I think NBA greats, right? Like Jordan is talked about more in the NBA than college.
Well, I will say this.
Oh, that's for sure.
Magic and Bird, they're talking about more in the NBA than college. So I think if you ask about their NBA careers versus their college, people would recognize the NBA more. So like, if I'm thinking about my God, that's so
Well,
tough.
see, here's the thing with Jordan. When I think about Jordan, I think of 3 or maybe 4 key shots. College through pro. Think about him at UNC.
Against Georgetown.
Yep. I think about his shot against Cleveland.
Which shot?
You know what
You
shot?
said
The shot.
Oh, the shot.
The
Okay.
shot.
Okay.
That's such a low blow, bro.
No.
You're like, Jordan got too many. Which one? Name them.
Do you want?
And
want
then
me to
I
offer
think
69?
about. I think about 3. That
The
shot,
third
and I
one.
also think about the last shot that he took. Called push off.
No.
But those 3 shots. But I will say on with you when it comes, and this is tagged to Chicago Bulls. Jordan can thank 2 other role players for his rings: John Paxson and Steve Kerr.
I mean, a lot more people. But
Well,
yeah.
that's it. Like,
Yeah.
like they were key, like 2 key shots. One from John Paxson in the first repeat, and then of course Steve Kerr, which Steve Kerr made the joke. I had to bail Michael out again, but Michael drew that play up. Hey, they're gonna double on me, Steve. Get ready. So, but I would say college though more.
Yeah.
Just,
You're the only one who's you seemed really definitive on yours earlier. I appreciated that because for me it was tough. Like I was flip flopping back and forth like a fish on the board on the tape. So again, you said
It's just easier to become an icon if you're on a great college team.
and then you saying NBA. You're saying college.
I said college. Also, I had a coworker who her son is a freshman at South Carolina, and he was sending me videos and photos from the parade from the South Carolina women with Don Staley, and they were wilding out down there. Like it was
I'm sure
jam-packed.
though. Yeah.
It was jam packed. They had people lined up to get in.
Professional parade gets a little wild.
No, I know, I get that, but think
Because
about like
these
these are
are
people
actors.
you're gonna be around with. Again, okay, these
I
are
did
people
get
who
that,
gonna
though.
show up to house. Like we all been show up to house party. You can be like, hey, up
Yeah,
there,
it's a
turn up.
brotherhood.
You're not gonna be able to do that with the pros. They're like, hey, they're gonna have security. Hey, back up, give me 50 feet. No matter if it's the you partying with the women's basketball team, men's like it's more intimate. You be like, hey, they can be more personal. Like, hey, man, great game. You're not gonna do that.
Yeah,
You're
and
not
for the
gonna be.
women.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do that at the professional level. Because they're gonna have so much security and be boxed off, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, okay, thanks, like whatever have you."
To add to
But
that
they're more,
intimacy,
they're more approachable in college.
To add to that, like when you're on a championship level team in the NBA, people, relationships can get fractured, all those things.
Right.
But when you're on a great team like that in college, it's a brotherhood.
Yeah. Or
Like
sister
remember,
relations.
I forget, was it Raymond Felton who was recently talking about like mechanics being like acting out, and like you listen to how heartbroken he is about like that's sort of that one of his brothers has sort of gone away from the flock.
Right.
Like that doesn't happen as much in the NBA.
Right.
Like it happens with a few teams, like the Pistons, I think, or like the '80s Pistons, or one of those teams that I think really comes to my mind. But in college, it's all those teams, like the NC State team in the '80s. Like they all still get together.
Okay. Okay.
And I would say one last thing. I would say this: the reason why the Knicks are doing so. This is my opinion. DiVincenzo, Brunson, Hart, and there's a rumor that they might try to go after Bridges from the Nets and bring him over because why? All 4 of them.
Bring in Chris Jenkins.
Yeah, just bring the Villanova and bring them right
I'm
there.
curious who they get, but that's another discussion for another day. But now, look, this was a good conversation, fellas. I wanted to make sure we highlighted the WNBA combo. Season is about to start up not too long from now. So, can we get a pledge from y'all boys to go to the WNBA games?
Oh yeah, I will be watching the Mystics. We're on the rise like the Phoenix, but not the Mercury. So we are back
In the lottery. Like
your best player doesn't even
yeah,
have
like
one
we
this
might
year.
be the number one draft pick for this year.
You might be able to draft.
Ooh, I hope. I want Paige for my girls. You know what I'm saying? She could be the next DT. Just saying. But as y'all see though,
Well, you don't get to rig the lottery in the WNBA like you do in the NBA. So, none for you.
Don't shortchange women. Like if they can do it in the NBA, they can do it in the WNBA. Kathy,
You think the privilege is in both ways?
Kathy, I see you. You know what I'm saying? And fun fact too, Kathy Engelberg used to work at an auditing firm. I ain't gonna say which one, but just know she know how to get around certain events and things. If push comes to shove. Kathy, I see you out there.
Son, can I curse on the show? Son,
But now, fellas, look, greatly appreciate this conversation. Definitely gonna have y'all back on the show eventually. You know what? We're gonna cover hockey at some point in time too. I'm a Ducks fan, so we definitely gonna have to. Yeah, we definitely have to catch one of them games. Sharper, do you have anything you want to say before we close up shop?
Thank y'all for viewing. Hope y'all enjoyed the show.
No, shout out to Big Mama Steph. All right.
Hey,
Nick,
shout out
to Big Mama Steph.
Shout out to Miss Clark. I wish you best of luck in Las Vegas.
Okay. Nick, how about yourself?
And my best to Elena Deladon as well. Like,
Yes.
my favorite WNBA player. Please, the best in life. And if you come back, it doesn't matter. Like, the best in life. And I appreciate you having me on the show.
Hey, I appreciate y'all boys for coming on to the show. And I mean, we gotta end it off like this. What the world? Hey,
We gave him a script.
No, I bring us in, you close us out. What are we doing?
Okay, look, I've been quiet for like in most of the show. All right, but now,
Cut it. I know he's only had one, but cut him off.
chill. But now, all jokes aside. But look, thank y'all for watching today. Please like and subscribe, comment, tell anybody who never know. You might know what athlete. Tell them to and pop on our show. I'm your boy Chris.
I'm Trey.
We're the hosts of Hey Get a Bucket. Hope y'all have fun. Be blessed. Have a good weekend.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.